Let's watch Scary Comp from Bizzarebub. It's been a while since we watched one of these. These are allegedly true ghost sightings. A lot of them are gonna be faked. But a lot of them, like I like to go into these with an open mind. I don't believe in ghosts, but I wanna think that they're real. I think I'm haunted right now, actually. And I just talk to ghosts. I'm like, bro, chill with me. Come on, let's watch YouTube videos together, bro.
Video. A nervous daughter records her mother who's trying to capture a rat that's hiding inside their laundry room.
I think it's meant to be a funny video. It's funny because he put a over what's obviously a funny video.
It's a seemingly funny moment caught on camera, but this video stops being humorous when a certain detail gets pointed out that neither the mom nor daughter had realized until later.
Okay, so far we have like good reason for recording. I think a lot of time with like ghost videos, one of the first things that sticks out to me is like, why were you recording in this moment? Like sometimes I was just recording and something happens. I'm like, why were you recording? We have a good reason. Capturing a rat is a very good reason to record.
Somewhere in this clip, something very unsettling was caught on camera besides the
happened.
rat. Watch closely.
I have it. There's this huge freaking rat in our living room. Or not our living room, in our laundry room right now. Oh my god. Oh wait, okay, let me try to open the door. Hold on.
Okay, that can't be it, right? That's it could have been the rat. It was probably the rat who moved that. Dude, was it you who started Ravona? No.
Oh my god, it's right there in the basket. Oh my.
Oh, it is the rat in the basket. Okay, so that wasn't meant to be the ghost thing. I thought the basket moving was meant to be the ghost thing. The rat was the rat in there.
Mom, you gotta get it. Mom, I'm gonna try. I'm sorry. Get the me, Mom.
On the other side of this door, a shape resembling a head can be seen pressing up against the metal mesh on the wooden frame. It's up close as...
Wait, that's creepy though.
On the other side of this door, a shape resembling a head can be seen pressing up against the metal mesh on the wooden frame. It's up close, as if seemingly gazing at the mother and daughter, who were already spooked enough by the massive rodent. If the size of this rat hadn't already terrified them, then surely this has. Now what's really strange about this is that this wasn't there initially. If nothing was there previously, then how did it...
Because when they filmed in there was nothing there.
...show up?
So this is the hallway that me and my daughter saw the rat go into our cat door.
It was the rat. I don't think it was the rat.
Reason, I never felt comfortable in here. I felt very... It's not surprising that we caught something.
I mean, it's an ugly room.
In that window. It's very odd, and it makes me feel so uncomfortable.
Neither Catalina, the mother, nor her daughter had noticed it or have any clue as to what this was.
Yeah, I don't know. Because there was a real rat there. I don't think you see a rat in your room and you think, okay, let me stage a ghost video. Right? I just don't see that being a thing. Like, the presence of a rat in a room is not something you tend to easily stage.
But recently, another video was shared by Catalina, which not only is just as creepy, but might explain what this was.
This is my son Jason. He is autistic, and he is playing with his camera, which is in this toy car. This is the toy he used to capture the ghosts.
Only weeks after this incident, Catalina's son accidentally captures something on his toy camera inside the laundry room. While using the wireless camera on his remote to chase their dog around the house, her son captures this.
If it's just another moving object, I think it's another rat, but... Dude, if I had a toy like this, I would go to town with it. I too would search for the dog. What are we capturing, boy? What are we capturing? Ooh. Wait for it. I'm waiting for it. I'm scared. I'm shitting my pants. I got dog jump scared. Okay, I got dog jump scared. Oh my god, it's gonna be something there when it goes up. Am I meant to see something yet? This is a very spooky setup. If this is scripted, good job for making a compelling spook. I didn't see it. I'm just waiting for it to go. I did not expect that. That's a lot. Nah. This is cinematography. This is, I believe, you know, I think the first video was real with the rat because you don't script that, but I think after that went viral, the mom was like, let's make a scary video. The mom was like, let's make a scary video because the setup of this is too perfect. It's actually too perfectly scary.
Though making Catalina jump out of her chair upon seeing the dog, it's what happened before this that makes her skin crawl. Firstly, when the toy car drove into the laundry room, a voice can be heard.
Like, the voice is very easy to fake, obviously. But God, that was so good, though. That was, oh my God, I crushed my heart.
Mind you, that no one else had been inside, let alone downstairs with the
But
laundry.
also, the dog can't really be a paid actor, can it? You know, you can't really make a dog be... Maybe they just called the dog in the room.
Is that, like the silhouette that was in here before, this cryptic voice has no traceable source. But perhaps the creepiest part isn't what happens here, but instead what happens outside.
Dude, how did that happen?
As the automatic pet door opens and closes repeatedly, a single piece of a playmat goes flying off before landing in front of the pet entrance. But it's the fact that only one piece flies off while the rest stay put.
The way it
That's pretty
jumps
strange. The
with
wind
the
in
whole
this
map?
case, if any, may not be able to explain this. It just rips off, as if plucked by a child who's having a tantrum. But to Catalina, whatever threw this was aiming for the car. Whether ghost or not, she's deeply unsettled by what was captured both inside and outside her house.
As you can see, when I pull this one apart, it's very hard. And it just flew up.
Given the whole incident with the rat and the shadow figure, plus
Maria had a thin string. Yeah, but where would you pull it from? Because he goes on an upward angle, doesn't he?
this, she can't help but
Look like he goes up. Like maybe from above? It's just because I'm just trying to figure out how this was done.
think something haunts her home. If so, she hopes that it's someone she once knew.
I hate the way he talks. He feels like he's not saying anything. Hey, welcome to Bizzarebub, fellow. Your first day here. We don't watch Bizzarebub for the amazing commentary. We watch it for the spooky videos.
I like to think that it was my grandmother because she was always close to me. And I always felt like she was around me and protecting me.
Didn't you say you were scared in the laundry
She continues
room?
to be on the lookout for any more strange occurrences in her house. But for now, this whole situation remains a mystery.
Your grandma likes fucking with you?
Now this next video comes from an Uber Eats driver who was driving past a cemetery when this happened. In the 4 years that Marcus Wilson has been delivering food for Uber Eats, never has he ever been so afraid of coming back to this neighborhood.
God.
And for good reason.
Oh God, I'd be terrified.
On the night of April 28th,
Dude, anything with being outside at night, I'm out.
2026, Marcus was on
Or
his
being at work at night.
way to drop off an order when he realized that the road he was on was surrounded by not one, but two massive plots of land entirely filled with grave sites.
Yeah, that's
These
pretty
two
normal.
lanes right here. This is where I was at, man. This one, this whole lane right here are nothing but cemeteries.
Although he's driven to some sketchy areas before, nothing could have prepared him for what was caught on his dash cam. Take a look.
I'm taking a look. I'm taking a look. I'm glad it's a bat though.
Cemetery. Let's call it the cemetery.
What? Did you see it? Why does he point that out? Wait, that's a good point. Why does he point out it's a cemetery? You know, the thing is, I do believe that it could be real ghosts. You know, I don't discount that, but I do also think there's a lot of people who fake ghost videos. And I don't think we should be going into all of these expecting them to be true. I think it's fun to tell, like, if they're obviously faked or have, like, realistically, even if ghosts are real, the majority of these are going to be faked. I will tell you that's a bug passing by the camera, like a bug very close up, passing by the lens.
Marcus didn't see it happen, but something from outside darts into his...
It's a bug. That's a bug. Bro. Brother. Let's get the frame by frame. Literally a bug. Literally a bug. Just going past your little camera. Maybe it's not even faked. Maybe like he just got freaked out by the bug.
From outside darts into his car. He was sure that during this time his windows had been rolled up, which you can clearly see in this footage.
Yeah, the bug was already in your car. And then it's just like hovered by the screen like zoom.
But somehow, whatever this is, manages to get in.
A bug!
Neither flinching nor having any reaction whatsoever.
Yeah, because it's a bug. Because if it was a big ass thing swooshing past... What did you see? If it's a big ass thing swooshing past your face, you would see it.
Completely oblivious.
But it didn't swoosh past your face. It swooshed past the camera lens.
To the fleeting object. To him, it's no surprise that something like this would happen at a cemetery, let alone two of them.
It's a bug!
That's where I was at, man.
But nothing is as baffling as what happens next when
Oh wait, there's more, there's
Marcus
more.
finishes delivering the food he was carrying. Now it's important to note that the reason he shares this video is because he suspects it has some
It was just closer than exactly. It was insanely close. It basically flew through the lens.
connection to what occurred after he dropped off the food. Just minutes after arriving to the address, Marcus paces back and forth outside of his vehicle, terrified of going back inside. Take a look.
Doing my usual Uber eating. Dropping off some food. I swear this. I have all address. Gotta be sent by a cemetery. I see this again. I'm not gonna accept it.
Okay, so the thing is, recording here actually makes sense because now it's implied that he's recording after something already happened that we didn't see. I do fully believe that he genuinely is freaked out by his cemeteries, and like anything he's seeing right now is scaring him.
I'll tell you that.
Why come back? I mean, it makes sense. He's an Uber driver. But what's gonna happen now? Like, why is he recording?
So make sure I'm not tripping.
Like, what's the thing that's freaking him out right now? I'm confused. I need Bizzarebub to come in and say, did you see it?
So, I'm dropping off the DoorDash. The Uber eating. I can't even get my daggone company straight. And you're gonna see a vibration. Go see tapping at the window. He's definitely gonna hear it. What the?
I saw it.
Hell no. Hell no.
I saw it. The first part, there was definitely a bug. But...
tripping. No, I'm not tripping. Oh, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no. Hell no, hell no, hell no. Okay.
I want to see. I want him to keep walking because, like, we can. If we see the other side of the car, we can see if there's anyone there. I do think it's interesting. The one thing that makes me believe that maybe it's just some random bullshit happening, and not completely faked is the fact that, like, if you're faking a video, I don't think you would ever, like, start recording, be like, I'm not tripping, I'm tripping, and show nothing, then go back in and go like, I swear this window was moving, I swear this window was moving, when it wasn't actually moving. I just feel like you wouldn't do that. But also, I suppose the window was conveniently pointing at the shoe. Bro. But also, yeah, if this was me, I'm not messing with a shoe. I'm just running. I wouldn't want to be out there at night to begin with. And I wouldn't be even scared of ghosts. I'd be scared of, like, bad people. Wait. Ooh. Damn, but how would you fake that? We can see it's just him in the car. I guess he could have a... Bro. Bro, I'd be out. Bro, I'd be out. Okay, nah.
Hell no.
Bro, just run! Just drive!
Marcus was so shaken up by this incident that he now flat out refuses any orders from places near cemeteries. A shoe seemingly comes alive as it zips across and creeps forward.
I do believe that, I don't know, with ghost videos. Again, I'm not completely, opposed to the idea of them existing. I'm like ghost agnostic. But also, I feel like the more that happens in a ghost video, the less likely I am to believe it. Usually, like, the ones I'll be most likely to believe is when just one little small little thing happens. And especially when it's like with animals. When the animals are acting weird, because you can't make an animal react weird. You know, animals just do that. You know, there's definitely real things about like ultrasound. Like sounds that basically are like the same as a possession or like these very deep sounds that make you feel physically uncomfortable and make you hallucinate. And make you see weird things. You know? But in these videos, like, the more it happens and the more perfectly framed it is, I'm like, okay, yeah, you would do this, but like, it's still a good watch. It doesn't take away from it.
And out of nowhere, the door handle to the passenger side begins to pull by itself, as if someone was trying to get in. But as Marcus shows us, no one was outside. But then, as if finally getting a firm grip on the handle, something opens the door. Now, while each thing that happens is creepy on its own, it's looking...
You can train animals? Okay, counterpoint, cats. Go ahead and train a cat to react to anything. I'll wait.
Occurrences. With an entire cemetery as a backdrop, it's understandable why many would think that this is undeniably paranormal. But of course, what do you think? Marcus is certain that it is, aside from being sure that he won't be coming back anytime soon.
The first one was definitely just a bug, though.
Now, over in Houston, Texas, is an abandoned apartment complex that's been sitting empty for quite some time. There doesn't seem to be anyone living on this.
You can train cats, everybody can. Yeah, but I just don't think the average suburban mom that will record one of these videos with 3 children has the time and money and effort to train a cat.
Property, and perhaps it's best that it stays that way, because according to Joe Galindo, in 2019, his mother recorded something while living in this building that to this day keeps him up at night. As Joe writes, in 2019, my mom told me she was fighting demons, but I didn't believe her, so she sent me proof. The following is what his mother recorded while pretending to be asleep. Apparently, it doesn't come out if she's awake. Watch closely.
What? That's so spooky. It doesn't come out if I'm awake. It's so spooky. These are 3 pixels. Is she fake snoring? Oh, that's horrible. That's so creepy. That's so creepy. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's such a good fake snore. Dude, I'd move out. Oh, it's gone. You know what the worst part about this is? Is that could just be a stalker. You know, that's actually the scariest part of this. That this could be a stalker that's obsessed with this guy's mom, and he only appears at night because, you know, like, there are people that literally like to watch people sleep, and they'll break into their house to watch them sleep. And especially with women, some weird dude will have an obsession with you. And yeah, that is a lot scarier than it goes. That's actually the scariest thing, man. It could just be that's why it only appears at night. Like, I'm chill with my ghost homies, but like... Okay, maybe a stalker wouldn't be hanging upside down. Now that I look at it from that angle, I don't know if the stalker would be hanging upside down from the ceiling. From the other one, it looks like he could just be peeking, but... Spider stalker? There have been cases of people living in a hidden room and coming out and die for food inside, parasite style. The emojis. Super scary ghost. Super scary ghost. Is that a ghost? I see. Ooh, a blush emoji, ghost emoji. Ooh. Oh, that killed me. That killed me.
Seeing
So
the
funny.
video, Joe no longer thought that his mom was crazy.
Yo, mama.
In her kitchen, something above appears to poke out from behind the doorway.
That's so
But
scary.
as if Joe wasn't already disturbed enough, he takes a screenshot, brightens it up, and sees this. What looks like a faceless figure can be seen hanging upside down from the ceiling. While some say that a
like
face
a
can be seen
thumb.
here, many agree that it's hard to tell. But the fact that its features are indiscernible only makes it that much more unsettling. As some believe, this might have been something beyond human comprehension. Now the video ends here, but it's assumed that Joe's mother kept watching this figure before she passed out from being tired. The next day, she sent him this video. So then, had something paranormal taken place at this now abandoned apartment? Or was something else going on here? It's hard to say, but if something supernatural was actually there, then Joe can rest assured that it won't be messing with his mom, as she no longer lives in this complex.
Good. Finally someone smart. How do you does the other seen this? You
On
don't.
February 25th, 2025, a man named Tavo posted a video that his grandmother took when she and a friend spotted something outside her window that caused them to back away immediately.
Yeah, these do get scarier as the video goes in, apparently.
They were cautious in keeping their distance from the glass panes, but not because of something they saw on the street or inside another building, but because of something that was right at their window. It was on a Tuesday afternoon during a family reunion that a shadow suddenly appeared behind the sheer curtains. It was pretty evident that a stranger was right outside and possibly trying to get in, but they weren't ready for what came next, because much to their disbelief, this happens.
Oh God, be careful, Bab.
What? Hell no. Hell no. Hell nah.
What they saw, or rather, what they didn't see, left them completely astounded. The supposed stranger they swore was outside the window wasn't actually there. In fact, he was never there to begin with. Upon pulling back the curtain to see who was there, they see this. Nothing. Now,
you see the person across the street. Wait, you do? Where?
it wasn't just nothing.
How
according
would he
to
cast
Tavo,
like the
who got
shadow
this
all
video
the
from
way
his
here
grandmother.
though?
Something had actually been there. To him, this had to be some sort of supernatural
Where? What
entity
frame? I
that paid
wanna
his
see.
grandmother and her friend a visit. It's been a year now since the video was posted, but
Where's the person?
despite how much time has
Sunset? That's not how sunset works. Sunset doesn't illuminate someone from the bottom up perfectly. Sunset doesn't go in the ground behind the person.
passed, Tavo and his grandma
I want to see the person across the street. What do you mean? Like, in order for the shadow to be cast upwards, the light has to be behind below. I know this because I'm an artist. You never cast the shadow upwards unless you were in a studio, right? It's when she opened the right curtains, I saw them across the street when the shade was kind of dark.
still wonder just what
The
had
right
been
curtain.
outside. Now,
I'll
this
replay the whole
from his
video.
they see this. It's never there to begin. They swore was outside the window.
Okay, that window? That curtain? I want to see it too.
Didn't see, left them completely astounded.
Okay, I'm gonna frame up from it. There we go, right curtain. I don't see anyone out there. Like, I'm not denying that this is some freak optical illusion. I just don't think your claim that there's a person across the street is the correct one. Probably plant shadow? I don't think those are plant shadow. That thing literally was human shaped and walked across. I swear I saw them, bro. It must have been the ghost man. No, there's no person across the street. It could be like a mirror thing or something. Like a mirror.
See who was there. They see
illusion.
this. Nothing.
Reflection.
Now, it wasn't just
Shadow.
nothing according to Tavo, who got this video from his grandmother. Something had actually been there. To him.
Like, you can see the hand
This
holding
had to be
something.
some sort of supernatural entity that paid his grandmother and her friend a visit. It's been a year now since the video was posted, but despite how much time has passed, Tavo and his grandma still wonder just what had been outside.
Look, like that's so human shaped.
Now the following video
Give me someone working a roof. I just don't think you guys understand how shadows. Look, I'm not denying this could be faked or it could be an optical illusion, but I just think you don't understand how shadow works because like this is the house, right? This is the roof, and this is where they are. If someone's on here, they cannot cast a shadow over there that is a flat shadow going like this. It would have to be someone here and then a light source here to cast a shadow like that. Across? On the roof across. Oh yeah, that could be. Yeah, that could definitely, yeah. And then the sun is there. Okay, yeah, there we go. We solved it. There we go, we solved it. There we go. We solved it. Okay, there we go. That makes a lot more sense. They shall be very, but true, it would have to be very close because the thing with shadows is the more far away the object is, like you don't cast the perfect shadow everywhere. It's like depending on how close you are. So from that far away from the roof across, that wouldn't even be a shadow. It would just be like it wouldn't even cast a shadow that far. It wouldn't even cast a shadow that far. The shadows was really fuzzy, but it wasn't fuzzy. It wasn't across the roof fuzzy. It wasn't across the roof fuzzy. Try it with your hand. Put a light behind your hand, and then lift your hand. Like no, do it right now. On like, I have a light behind me, right? My hand is close. Shadow is very accurate. The more I lift my hand, the more the shadow gets bigger and fuzzier until it disappears. I barely have my hand, like, I would say a meter away from the table, and my shadow barely even resembles a hand anymore, and it's so much bigger than my hand. It's definitely not the roof. Whatever it is, it's more likely to be edited or to be someone in the house moving behind it for it to be from the roof.
comes from a woman named Jazelle Duran, who was recently forced to leave her apartment in the middle of the night. Pretty much everyone who's seen this video was left confused on why Jazelle was crying inconsolably. It was very odd that she would put this video out there, but after looking at her page and going through all her posts, it didn't take long for many to see why she was so paranoid. For the past few months, Jazelle Duran has been sharing clips that were captured by her security camera. They're mostly just recordings of her living room, but in each one, something happens that many believe has led up to the recent breakdown she had. It goes without saying, but these next few clips are nothing short of unsettling. It all started with a video she posted in late March 2026 when Jazelle was home alone doing laundry. But then,
have you tried being chill with the ghosts?
out of nowhere, this happens.
Okay, that's very believable. Those things are slippery. Those things are slippery, dude. Like, that's an airport case. Damn things be slippery, dude. That's gravity, okay? The thing is, right, from what we know of ghosts, like, all this time, we've lived on this earth, and we don't know if ghosts are real. But the thing that we do know is that they are, if they are real, they are fickle enough that we can't prove that they're real yet, okay? There's been no such thing as a ghost killing, ever. Okay? No one's been verifiably killed by ghosts, so if you do have ghosts, and if you do think you have them, why would you be scared? They could be chill. They could just be trying to get your attention. Why is the immediate reaction to be chilled? No, a ghost has never killed anyone. Sometimes I hear screeching noises in my walls at night. It's the rats. And sometimes my trash bags fall over after I've already put them in. It's gravity of the piled up objects slowly just like destroying the form of the bag and slowly falling. And sometimes objects just randomly move. But that's also just gravity. Yo, Pipi, can you restart stream? I just got here. Oh, of course, man. Of course, man. Okay, 1 second. There we go. Welcome, Arthur. Welcome. I just started stream. We're watching Bizzarebub. There you go, man. I forgot to show the screen.
Now, it may not seem like much, but this occurrence marks the first time something strange happened in her apartment.
I guess they do fall from very far away. You know, that's the thing, is I always want to give the credit that maybe it's not scripted and it's just freaky stuff happening to people that freaks them out for real, but maybe it's not ghosts. But
It may not seem like much, but this occurrence marks
like, I don't think it would be gravity from there, actually. It's quite snug.
the first time
Like, I guess it would be the wire grinding against the edge.
something strange happened in her apartment.
That's a phone? I thought it was an AirPod case.
Now, it may not seem like
How's that phone? It's too bulky. That's an AirPods case.
much, but this occurrence marks the first time
That's AirPods. It's an epilator? I would say it's too short to be an epilator. Mine is like a bit longer.
something strange happened in her apartment. Thinking that the whole incident with her
I think it was a golden AirPods
flying
case.
phone was just a random one-time occurrence, she was caught completely off guard when something like this happened again. Only this time, she didn't think it was random. On March 28, 2026, she recorded this.
Okay, light flicker. This happened. Ooh. Okay, that's more than just a light flicker. But also, it could be, you know, on the switch when you pull it down, but like you didn't pull it all the way, and then it just pulls itself back up like a sticky switch, like a like you press it from afar, but like you didn't press it all the way.
It was at this point where she began to think that maybe something is messing with her. Like someone who didn't want the lights off, they immediately turn on as soon as Jazelle turns them off.
It's like,
It
I
was
just feel
someone
like
who didn't want the lights off, they immediately turn on as soon as Jazelle...
you see, she didn't like hold it down. She just barely, she lightly taps it. Like, that's all she does in terms of putting it down. Look at this. From here. And then boom, she lets go. Yo, they're the raid! Welcome, Cinderella. We're watching scary
Giselle turns them
videos.
off. It was definitely strange, but especially so when looking back at the previous occurrence. Maybe what happened there wasn't so random. Now, although neither encounter was enough to freak her out just yet, one incident came close to
Yes, I finally completed my transformation. I'm a full bat now.
doing that, and it's what happened on April 2nd of 2026. While Jazelle was fixing a shoelace inside her closet, this happens.
She's pogging. That's how paranormal is. She's pogging. What happened? Ectoplasm shot? What is something on table? Oh! I saw it. Okay, bags do that. Wait, sorry. I'm sorry to this again. Bags do that. Sometimes you put a bag. I literally gave this as an example before it even happened. So I can promise you, I'm not just being a contrarian, but literally, I'll put a bag down and it stays, and then randomly 10 minutes later or even half an hour later, it randomly falls. I don't know why bags do that. I don't know. I think it's because like stuff is stacked in the bag. And then it's just like gravity just takes it down very slowly. It's the thing with bags. It happens with my trash, it happens with my groceries, you know? And it jump scares me too. Sometimes I get a bag of groceries, usually for cooking stream. I'll put it behind me. And then all of a sudden, just like an hour later, after I'm just on my computer, it just randomly falls. Like the shit just falls in it. And heat does it. Ah, that makes sense. Actually. That makes sense. But yeah, it is a thing. It's a thing. Groceries do that. I don't know why. But it's been happening to me since forever. So I'm either duper haunted or it's just a thing.
Now, it might be hard to notice, but
I was
something
expecting
happens
something
within
more
this
to
area
happen.
that set Jazelle on edge. You won't really spot it at regular speed, but if you scrub the footage back and forth, you'll notice that the bag on the table begins to move, almost as if coming alive. This of course freaked out Jazelle, which led her to take action. Like other instances, she couldn't explain how it moved, nor figure out
Wait, was that
what
the
had
actual movement of it though? Because it wouldn't go up and down like that. It wouldn't go down.
touched her. This is perhaps the creepiest part about this incident. Now so far, everything that's happened up to this point has led her to
It
believe
just
that
went down. I think he just looped it back and forth. It just like went down.
something isn't right with her place. Any small thing that happens
Yeah, I think she's not faking it. I think she's just maybe living alone for the first time, and she had her AirPods case fall off. She had her light not turn out properly, and she put her groceries and it fell, and now everything that happens, she thinks it's a ghost.
now makes her jump out of her skin.
But I
And
don't
the
think
fact that she's living solo
faking anything.
makes things worse. But as it seems,
I mean, so far all of them are very normal things that.
she may not be entirely alone, because one night, after being
because maybe
woken
it's
up by a sound
worse.
inside her room, this happens.
Oh god, I hate the inside of room ones. Room ones are sacred. You don't want things to happen inside your room at night.
Obviamente no me voy a levantar a ver qué es.
And she's a Latina. God really gives his hardest battles to the best soldiers.
Tengo miedo. Estoy temblando del miedo.
Pero pasó? Pero mija.
No mames.
No mames. ¿Pero qué? ¿Qué estoy mirando? ¿La sombra?
No mames.
¿La puta sombra?
Creo que hay alguien atrás de la puerta. O algo. Tengo miedo. No me será mi imaginación, no miré mal. Pero salí corriendo de ahí porque...
Okay, wait. I want to see from the beginning. Was that always there? Turroña. Okay, there's no shadow, and then something sits there. And then it keeps deepening, and then it goes away.
Pero salí corriendo de ahí porque... Ya no puedo. Ya no puedo. Ya no sé qué hacer. Son las 4 de la mañana. Pero sé que había algo ahí, sé que miré algo y no estoy loca. No estoy loca.
I don't know how to
Tengo
explain
que
that last
entrar a
one.
trabajar al rato y no he dormido nada. Estoy nerviosa, estoy... No sé. No sé qué...
It now becomes clear as to why Jazelle was so freaked out in this video. It wasn't just whatever this was that was at her door, but all the stuff before it that finally made her snap. Already feeling on edge, she bolts out of her room and pays no attention to the black shape at her door, not knowing if it was still there or not. She just wanted to get out of there as soon as possible, so she hops in her car and drives all the way to her job before parking outside and clocking in hours later. Now, when she came back home eventually, she didn't find anything around her door to explain what she saw last night. It was gone, as if nothing
Wait,
had
where
been there
did she get out though from?
in the first place. But as her video shows, something was clearly there.
Where did she
From
get out
capturing
from?
things moving by themselves to recording moments where she felt a presence, Jazelle has documented what she believes is clear evidence of an uninvited guest making itself at home. But of course, what do you think? While there haven't been any other strange happenings since then, she
I
continues
don't think she faked this. I think it's just freaky stuff happening around her house. And it's kind of unexplainable, and she's just a bit paranoid.
to look closely at these videos, hoping to find something in them that explains them.
Like, I don't think anyone would fake a ghost video by making a bag slightly full. If you truly think about it. If you were to fake a ghost video, you would do it like the first video where the toy car goes towards the door and the door goes up and down and up and down and up and down, and then the thing finally snaps and the dog jump scares you. You would not fake a bag slightly deflating. I think she's just a bit paranoid.
But for now,
She needs to get cleansed and move countries.
it remains unknown as to what exactly
I don't know
is
how to
happening
explain the door one. It could be a pet. I don't know if she has any. It could be a coat falling there. It could be I don't know.
inside her apartment. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one. If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over
I
to
do. I could do
scaryvideos.
it. I could make so many, dude. Do you know how many times people submit videos where it's just like a squishy sound? I could get squishy sounds for days. Even now, I hear squishing in my walls. Oh, the other day, I got woken up in the middle of the night by this really loud scratching in the walls. Really loud. I was like, oh my god, shut the fuck up. And I get up and I punch the wall. Bam, bam. And then the screeching stops. And then I'm like, oh, I go back to sleep. And then the screeching starts again. I'm like, oh my god, this whatever animal is in my wall needs to learn that I'm not doing this. And I'm like, bam, 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 bam. And then it left. Maybe it was a ghost. And I intimidated it. Maybe I intimidated a ghost.
444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video.
Number one.
At roughly 11:40 p.m. on a
Oh
Sunday
god,
night,
not a hospital. Hospitals are scary.
two nurses working the night shift at a dialysis clinic are getting a patient ready to go home. It's just about closing time, and only one patient is left to be sent home via the pickup area that's outside the clinic.
It's also
But
that
just
I feel like work videos, I don't know, would a nurse fake a ghost video on their shift? Would you risk? Would you risk your job for a ghost
Before
video?
heading out, something catches their attention.
In America? It also makes sense that it would be on camera when it's like in the hospital. So far, so good.
According to Josephine, who sent me this video, someone was searching through their dumpsters and making a lot of noise.
Yeah, hobos.
Apparently, it's a common occurrence here.
Yeah.
But this isn't the reason she sends me this video. At the same time that Josephine and her colleague were outside, something happens inside.
Ooh.
Thankfully, the patient in this video was okay with Josephine sharing this video. They too felt it was necessary to show this footage to others, as otherwise no one would believe them. The following is what was caught. Take a look.
Ooh. Okay. You really know how to keep you waiting. Whoa! What happened? I don't know what happened, but that's so freaky.
For some reason, the lady in the wheelchair covers up her face after letting out a scream. It's the same reaction that someone would have upon seeing something terrifying. But as it turns out, that's exactly what happened. Because according to Josephine, this patient saw a person who was seemingly disfigured and walking towards her. However, as the footage shows, no one is near. Or
Okay, hallucination from medicine. There you go, solved it. Very freaky still, but
at least, it seems like that. Because if you look closely at the reflection on this TV screen, you'll notice what it was that terrified her. Take a look.
okay, so that's her. Okay, but that was after she had the reaction. That is kind of freaky. But that is quite freaky. Oh my god, it went past. It went past. Do you see it went all the way?
As it turns out, someone or something else had actually been present. On the TV screen, the shape of a dark figure suddenly appears before disappearing near the lady. At one point, it's here, but then seconds later, it's right behind her. It's as if this shadowy figure had only been intent on getting close to
Did
her.
he disappear?
As Josephine writes, they really thought that she was just seeing things, but apparently that's not the case. While it's been a few months now since the time of this recording, this video continues to get pulled up at work as nurses find it hard to believe. But of course, what do you think? Just what exactly had this old lady seen inside this lobby?
It could be a omega coincidence of the lady randomly getting scared by something and thinking she saw something, and at the same time, coincidentally, there's something cast a light in the TV.
This one remains a mystery.
What are we on the cam video? Wait, what cam? Ghost. There's no other reflection be that clear as edited. I don't know, because we can see her reflection pretty clear. That's her, right? That's actually her reflection. And we see at the same amount of clarity, no? So if that's her reflection, if someone else was here, it would be the same amount. Why do I have the low res
Thanks
video? What do you mean? Because that's the hospital camera. Because no one was filming with their phone. It was the hospital camera. I feel like that only makes more believable. But do you think someone was pulling out their phone? It's a security cam. They're shitty as fuck. I mean, the other side of the camera? The one on the TV? There's a cam on the TV? I mean, if I have to play devil's advocate, I would say there was nothing seen from the other side because the entity was invisible and the only place it was seen was on TV.